You've Googled how to make money at least once this week, maybe more, and every single result felt like a trap. Someone in a rented Ferrari telling you to invest in some coin you've never heard of. Someone else telling you that if you just stop buying coffee, you'll be a millionaire in 10 years. If you're tired of advice that sounds smart but means absolutely nothing for your real life, you're in the right place. This channel is called Tara Invest, and it exists for one reason: to make money simple, honest, and actually useful for people like you and me. Let's be real for a second. The internet is drowning in financial noise. And most of it? It's either too complicated, too misleading, or just completely disconnected from reality. There's a whole industry out there that profits from keeping you confused. They throw terms like arbitrage, liquidity ratios, and leveraged derivatives at you, not to teach you, but to make you feel like you need them. And then there are the gurus, the ones with the highlight reels and the "I retired at 28" stories, who conveniently forget to mention the inheritance, the luck, or the fine print. I've had friends, smart, hard-working women, who tried to follow that advice and ended up more lost, more anxious, and sometimes out of money they couldn't afford to lose. That's not an education. That's exploitation. And you deserve so much better than that. Here's something that still frustrates me. We spent 12+ years in school. We learned algebra, history, chemistry, but not one lesson on how to open a savings account, understand interest, or file a tax return. And that gap, that silence, doesn't hurt everyone equally. It hits hardest on families who don't have a financially savvy parent, an accountant uncle, or a trust fund to fall back on. I grew up watching adults around me work incredibly hard and still struggle, not because they weren't smart, but because nobody ever taught them how money actually works. Financial literacy isn't a privilege, it's a right. And it's past time someone talked about it in plain language, without selling you something, without making you feel stupid. That's exactly what this channel is going to do. So who am I and why should you listen to me? Fair question. I'm Tara, and I'm not here to pretend I have all the answers. I studied banking and finance. I've spent time inside real financial institutions, sat in rooms where financial decisions are made, and learned what the textbooks say. And more importantly, what they don't. I've had real-world exposure, the kind that teaches you how systems actually work, what banks actually look for, how financial products are actually designed. But here's what I also know. Being educated in finance doesn't mean I have it all figured out personally. I'm still building. I'm still learning. I make financial mistakes too. And I think that honesty is actually what makes this channel different. I also want to be very clear about something. There are not enough women talking about money, and that has to change. Finance has been coded as a man's world for too long. But women manage households, run businesses, raise families, and navigate economies every single day. We deserve a seat at this table, and we deserve it in a language that actually speaks to us. So here's what this channel is going to be. And let me be crystal clear about what it is not. This channel is not going to tell you to skip your morning coffee and invest the difference. That advice is lazy, and frankly, a little insulting. Your life has real costs, real stresses, and real priorities. This channel will never hype up risky schemes, tell you to put everything into one trend, or make you feel like you're one click away from financial freedom. If someone promises you that, run. What we will do here is build the foundation. Budgeting that actually fits your life. Understanding how investing works before you put a single dollar or pound into anything. Navigating debt strategically. Shifting your money mindset from scarcity to intention. We're going to talk about saving systems that make sense, about understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, about how to think about money, not just how to track it. Because wealth isn't built in a day. It isn't built by luck. It is built consistently, patiently, and deliberately by people who understand the rules of the game. And I want to teach you those rules. In plain English, no jargon, no judgment, and no gatekeeping. If you've ever felt behind with money, like everyone else got a manual that you didn't, I want you to know, you're not behind. You were just never given the tools. This channel is me handing you those tools, one video at a time, one concept at a time, at a pace that works for real life, not the highlight reel version. So if that sounds like what you need, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. And if you have a friend, a sister, a cousin, anyone who needs to hear this, share this channel with them. Because financial freedom is better when we build it together. There are no shortcuts on this channel, but I promise you, the fundamentals we build here will serve you for the rest of your life. My name is Tara, and this channel, this is where your money story changes. Welcome. Let's build.